Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandz. So before we get into the video, because I don't want to waste any time, I need to explain where I've been. Well guys, I didn't have a battery camera. Well, yeah, well, okay, I got busy. I was just preoccupied with life, and then August had to camera. You guys know that I prefer taking videos for YouTube on my camera and on my phone, because my phone is just like so. Check this out. I ordered a battery and I thought that it's the correct battery, and the battery really wrong. It's the original Canon battery. So now I eventually got this, which is like the generic, because that was not compatible with my camera, and this is a generic one, and it is what I'm currently using. There's two actually, so you will never hear me say Wuti or because now I have two. I'm hoping to get the original one once it's back on stock, because it was sold out everywhere. Okay, so let's get to the video. So I went on my Instagram and I asked you guys to ask me any questions that you might have, and today that is what I will be answering, all your questions. Yeah, it's a whole lot of questions, so if I don't get to answer your question, just know that I didn't have time. I ran out of time. The first question is, don't you miss Maria? I know a lot of questions are probably going to be church related, because I asked you guys to ask me questions on a Sunday, so yeah. Anyway, yes, I do. I do. It's just that I understand everything, so yeah, I do. Why are you not doing lunch or dinner with me? You know guys, when I was still fresh coming from the Eastern Cape, I was like being a people's person, a very jolly, open and all of that person. I used to not have a problem with going out for lunches and meeting people from social media and going out, like even men. But then I then started dating, I don't know, this guy who was Betty, and he would be like, no girlfriend of mine is going to be gallivanting with men looking for who knows what. And I think that ever since then I got used to that. I think I also eventually saw what he meant, because some of the people that I went out with, which is guys, they've grown to be, even though I thought that we were friends, they've grown to be, I don't know how to say it. I won't say they've asked me out, but they've grown to be really disrespectful and sexualize everything, and I don't like that, because if we don't have a sexual relationship, I don't know why a person is comfortable then sexualizing everything about you. So I don't like that. There's probably two people. There's a few guys from that time that I went out with, and they've never asked me out, and they've just been respectful and also stuck to their word, and I really respect them for that. And yeah, best products for spots removal. I think it's always best to first find out what's causing your spots. For me, what was causing my spots was hyperpigmentation, and for that I swear by alpha arbutin, and I also swear by sunscreen. Daily usage of sunscreen will blow your mind, I promise you. Of course, I'm not qualified, I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not an esthetician. I don't know much about skin except for what I've researched for myself and my skin. But yeah, if anybody would ask me, I swear by, there are a lot of other things as well, though it's not just those two things, but I swear by alpha arbutin, sunscreen, and let's say maybe vitamin E oil. Yeah. Emotion. No, I'm not. Do you get tired of being kind? Well, what kind? This question coming after me answering the previous question, don't change. Thank you. Sometimes I do get tired though, because people on the internet are a lot. Sometimes I want to just come at people with the same energy they're coming at me with, but then every time I've done that, I've just realized that, you know what, it's not worth it. One says, are you a professional chef or self-taught? I'm definitely not a professional chef. I am just somebody who loves food and has to cook. I grew up in a family that really loved food and really enjoyed food, so that's it basically. And I think that trying to change my diet and trying to eat healthier is what led to the chef-like food, I think, or the food that would make you think that I'm a chef. Yeah. Would you ever think of doing something like Team 5 AM again? It served many purposes. I loved Team 5 AM. I enjoyed it. I loved the people on the group. We had like people from Botswana, we had people from Polokwane, we had people from the Eastern Cape. We basically had people from all over in the group, but I would do it. However, I wouldn't do it for free. Next question is, what attracts you to people? I think that it is their aura. Yeah, their aura or their energy. If they're coming off as genuine people, it's that. And people that I think that I'd get along with. I don't know what attracts me to people.
Okay, from here on I started rambling, but now that I've thought about it, it is definitely kindness or compassion or empathy, a positive mindset, a great sense of humor, some intelligence, common interests, and as shallow as it may sound, but physical appearance sometimes, and also people who look like me or like family, which I found strange at first, but then when I read up on it, it says if they look familiar, then they feel familiar. So yeah.
Next question is ungumamni, ndinguMasikhosana. My handles on social media are actually just my clan name. So it's Masikhosi, which is short for Masikhosana. That's me. How was your day at church? I'm gonna answer based on the day that I had when you asked this question. It was great. Everything that could go wrong before I went to church went wrong, and I just wanted to stay home and give up and not go to church anymore. But when I finally went, I was so glad that I actually pushed through the odds and went. And it made me think that, you know, sometimes some things like church, it's almost like gym, because you rarely ever regret going, even if sometimes you're just like, oh, everything is not going the way it's supposed to, whatever. But once you go, once you're there, once you come back, you just come back totally revived, and whatever was inconveniencing you before just becomes insignificant. And I'm so glad I actually went. So yeah. Next question is uyajola and why? Yo, I get this question a lot. That's why I tried to answer it in my previous video, because people ask me this a lot, and then on top of asking me, when I respond, when I tell you guys, then they don't believe me, and then it's like, eh, but anyway, the long and short of the matter of the story is that no, I am not. I have not found somebody that I really love, that I am willing to commit to, or somebody who really loves me and who is willing to commit to me. Yeah, I think that sums it up. Next question is, no, I don't have a question. You're beautiful, so I have a statement, and you're genuine. Thank you so much. Next question, not a question. I just love you. Thank you so much, love. I feel it. Love you loads, kesisi. Next question is, the way you are rooted to your religion is inspiring. How do you keep at it? Whew. That's a very loaded question. How do you keep at it? I'm pretty much sure you guys know that there's spirituality and then there's religion. And you can have spirituality without religion, but you can't have religion without spirituality. So naturally, I'm a spiritually inclined person. Religion is part of my spirituality. It is part of how I practice my spirituality. And because, like I'm saying, I am this person who's naturally spiritually inclined, this inspired me to pursue a personal relationship with God, and so that I may be able to come to God as who I am completely, so that I would not have to rely on other people's interpretations of who and what God is. So to answer your question, because of that, I think that keeps me going, because I have been able to entirely just come to God as I am and understand God, the way that God has revealed who He is to me, right? It has been the most rewarding thing experiencing God for myself, and not just hearing from the pastor at church or hearing from my dad or hearing from my sisters that this is who God is, but giving myself the time and the chance and allowing myself to get to know God or spend time with God. So I think that is what keeps me at it, because I come to God completely as I am, and also experiencing the love, the grace, the mercy and fullness of God's love and warmth, because earlier on in my journey with religion, there were people that tried to convince me that I was not worthy of God's love or whatever, because I did not obey the rules of the church, or all the rules of the church that I attend. But yeah, like I said, for me, not condemning myself and just taking everything to God as it is has really helped me to maintain my relationship with God, and also to stay in my religion and not move, because it works for me. Do you understand? Like, it's something that I chose and that I committed myself to, and it actually works for me. I think that's what keeps me at it. Yeah, there's a lot that I could say on this topic, but yeah, if I could answer Yonke fully, I would talk the whole day. So let's move on. Oh, and I wanted to say, I've noticed a lot of people, like, they always ask this question on Twitter, which, when was the last time you stopped going to church? And people will say, oh, Smang did this. And I realized that people did not stop going to church because they don't like church. People stopped going to church because of other people, and what the people would do, and what the people would say, and how the people would treat them. And one thing about me, I wouldn't stop going to church because of people. I won't. I'll never stop. People who are just like me, not even go to hear God, what, not other people who are just like me and have their own sins and have their own problems, just like me. How mind your own little spaza nawe, nami ngizomind my own. What do you treat your afro with? I treat my afro with water, leave-in conditioner, deep conditioner, shampoo, washing my afro. So I wash my afro maybe once a week, and sometimes I deep condition, sometimes I do protein treatments, sometimes I do, well, deep conditioning is a moisture treatment, so sometimes that's what I do. And yeah, a little bit of the oil. In fact, oils, not just oil, oils. Yeah. The next question is Ongumabani. I've already responded to that. What makes a beautiful first date? You know, this actually I've never really thought about that, but when this question cropped up, I started thinking about this, and I think what I'd say makes a beautiful first date is...
Okay, so I started rambling again and thought about it again, and it is definitely proper planning and organization prior, clear and constant communication, even about expectations prior, some effort, putting some effort into how you look and what you wear, compatibility and physical attraction. And I had the last one. What's the last one? Okay, just good food, good conversation, and good vibes. Yeah.
So I think that is what makes a beautiful first date. It starts before, even just like, you know how the dirt starts before the actual deed starts. So I think that is also what makes a beautiful first date. And then if you guys get to the date and you're compatible and you click and it's just the conversation is flowing, a little bit sense of humor here and there, I think that is what makes a beautiful first date. Yeah. Not a question, but you, my friend, guys, love you loads, sissy, love you forever, kesanga. How old are you? I'm 30 something. When are we getting a vlog on your morning routine? Asanda, do I even... How old are you? This question again, I've already responded. How are you doing? Like, unjani emoyeni? Right, but ndidiniwe. Yeah, I'm very tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. What's the weirdest thing about you? I am a big crybaby. Big fat crybaby. But the things that I cry about, it's like small things. Small things, yo. But the big things, like the big things, ugh. The big things. Maybe that's why I'm always being thrown curveballs, because God is like, yeah, you, wena, will you tell your favorite Bible scripture and hymn, because I have a couple of favorite Bible scriptures. It's not the other one, it's the one when you cross through the rivers. This one is the one that ends on uba, the fires will not set you ablaze. My favorite hymns, most of my favorite hymns are in Xhosa, but yeah. Will you allow me to take you out one day? This question again, probably not. I won't. Would you marry someone who doesn't share your religious beliefs? I've spoken about this on Twitter. Easily peasy. So I would. Nah. If you guys like, maybe, I don't know if it comes across on my social media or what, but I'm a very open-minded person. And I've said this on my Twitter that my beliefs and what is religious, that's for me, honestly. And maybe it might be easier to say in theory than in practice, but I don't see why I would let religious beliefs stop me if ever I would find somebody that I really love, but they just tend to have a different belief from me. As long as their belief would not require me to change my beliefs, then home affairs. No question, but tips on the weight loss, please, man. I think that I would need to do a separate video for that. It's a whole video on its own. Yeah. So let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see that, and I will be at your service. What kind of person are you? Me. What kind of person am I? Let me just say I'm a typical Aries person, so you can just Google qualities of, I don't know, an Aries, and I'm almost like, yeah, a typical Aries person. What do you use for your hair? I've already told you guys, and it's actually the same things, more or less the same things that I use for my weaves as well. No accent, tandwa Jim sweetie. Where do you buy your dukes? I have a whole video about this on TikTok. Please check it out. Okay, I'm not gonna repeat the questions that have been asked and I've answered before. Ndingenza njani ize ndiphekelwe iSunday dish? I'm getting a lot of these questions from men, and akho nto ungayenza. Ayikho into ozoyenza for ukuphekelwa iSunday dish. Not a question, but you inspire me a lot when it comes to being true and proud. Kabusiyoni Bakhaho, thank you. You know, like, this whole thing of church has become a thing, and I did not intend for it to become a thing, because I was really just being myself, and people ended up just admiring that. And sometimes though, I feel like it puts me in a box, like, because people have certain expectations of who I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to do and not do simply because of church. And that's the only thing I do not like. Not that I want to go wild or whatever, but I feel like the whole church thing sometimes stops people from getting to see or getting to know the real me, because they've already made up their own conclusions in their head of who or what I am, just based completely off church. Why ule montle so? Because it's very montle. Because honestly, I think because I'm not young into doing pendula. I think for mama or no tata mhlewa, yeah, handsome. So I think that's why, and also because this better, I won't even lie. Nah, I love you. Me, I love you too. Tea or coffee one day? Probably none. Then it's just like, can you be my little ray of sunshine? Probably not. You are a natural, beautiful lady. Thank you. Share a secret of weight loss. I've already responded to that. I adore you so much. The way you represent our church rocks. Thank you. Do you have a tattoo on your back? No, I don't. I wouldn't mind one though. Phone number. Phone. Did I say anything wrong? No, actually you didn't. Oh my gosh. I thought that I was responding to your message, and then I don't know what happened. I probably ended up not responding. Ugh. What keeps you grounded in your spiritual life as Musioni in regards to churches not operating the same? I'm not quite sure I understand this question, but I think that it's very much the same with the other question that I responded to. And on top of that, we can add the fact that and when I decided to get baptized, one. So now, shame. When are we going out for Magwinya as breakfast? I like the concept. Your pictures are so beautiful and clean. Which phone do you use? So if it's selfies, it's my phone. It's the iPhone 8 Plus, 8S Plus. What? Yo, it's that phone. And then if it's my sister's phone, she has the iPhone, I think 13 Plus, I think. Because, yeah. I just want to say you are so adorable. Thank you. Are you single? Are you married? I've already explained. Utabisa ke ink imudimo. What makes you happy? Is that what this question's asking? What makes you happy? I think just being connected and aligned to myself and the source, and when everything and everybody around me is just in a good space, I think that really makes me happy. And when I am true to myself, that also really makes me happy. And that's it. It's not much. Where are you from? I am from the Eastern Cape. And oh, okay, it's how old are you? How old are you? You'll make a good wife, material, a stylish and God-fearing woman. Okay. Thank you. What inspires you to wake up every morning? The fact that I need to go to gym. That is what it's already time to go to gym. That's what inspires me. Okay, no, but on a more serious note, I think it's the hope and the faith of just dreams becoming true and becoming a reality. And also the fact that even though sometimes it might be hard to wake up, but the very fact that I am still breathing, I am still alive, then it means that God thinks that I still have a purpose, I still have a job to do here on earth. And yeah, would love to take you out for coffee one day. These are really nice gestures and I really appreciate them, but I've already explained to you guys what my stance is on that. And I don't know, not that I don't think that platonic friendships could exist between men and women, but it's just like I haven't had a great experience when it comes to that. And shelwa ngabantu abatshatileyo, and like going out and having coffee with a married man. Will your wife be knowing that I'm there? If she doesn't know, then why are we there? Like, what's the purpose? Like, why are we meeting? For ntoni? Yabona? And this person who I'm responding to now, you're actually a very great person. I follow you on social media, but this is like in general, ukuthi married men are always like, oh, can we, why? How are you doing? I'm actually doing very well. Okay, not very well. Yo, ihaba social media. I'm fine. I'm fine, thank you. How was your first experience at Boyne? I actually still remember the experience, but I will not talk about it in depth because, you know, sometimes on social media you say things lightheartedly and people just take them out of context and they take them onto other platforms and then they get misinterpreted and then it's a whole fiasco. So I won't do that. But one of the things that I remember about it is we used to have, like, when we were still young, we used to have friends from Venda. We used to have friends from around Limpopo, though. You know, I assume they'd be Betty, Tsonga, and I don't know because we did not even know how to speak English well. But then we'd communicate and we'd still have a great time with them, and I'd look forward to meeting them. And somehow we'd also manage to meet even without phones. Isn't that great? And it's not like our parents were strictly we're very close, but yeah. And also there's this man, he was like a family friend, and we traveled with him to Moria this one time. We're still young as well, and traveling from where I am from to Bulugwane is about, it used to be about 18 hours by car. And this man, when we left Bulugwane, he was like, oh, I'm buying ice cream for my kids. So by the time we got to Mthatha in the Eastern Cape, the ice cream had melted. So I still have those memories on my first experience at Boyne. And then when I was older, oh my gosh, when I went for the first time when I was older, it was life-changing. It was everything. It was, yo. How did you become a ZCC member? I'm also one, by the way, but was it your husband or no, it was my mom and dad. it was my family. Would you ever date a bitty guy? You know, guys, people take this whole me bitty guy thing very seriously. I don't know if I'd actually date one now, but if I'd meet somebody who I really liked who is bitty, for me, that's just all that there is to it. If I really love the person, then it does not matter to me. As long as I like you, you like me, we get along very well, then that's it. Why uapeya salikos or some bits? I'm sure if you have a daughter, she's super fine as you. Guys, ndimo kanye awkward le comment. Weird. 10 uzothetha ngedaughter umdala. Are you an entertainer, and if so, which kind? Because I really wanna bring you to Namibia. Bring me, please. We will figure it out when I get to Namibia if I'm an entertainer or not. What kind? I'm not an entertainer, but I'm definitely a speaker. So you can bring me over for that. I'm passionate about women and children and the environment. So bring me over for that. Your skin products. Maybe I'll show you guys one day. No 21 questions, just love from Botswana. Loved and followed you immediately. Welcome. Thank you for following me. Did you go to Gladys King? You look familiar. I did go to Gladys King, and I actually know you. I think you were a grade or 2 below me, and your sister, your older sister, was friends with my older sister. So yeah, I actually do have quite a great memory. I still remember all the people that I went to primary school with and high school with. Amagama abo, their surnames. Yeah, so if you say, oh, Ndingu's ban, I'll know off the bat. Oh, we went to primary together. Even though sometimes I might not recognize you because people grow up, obviously, or yeah, well, but if you tell me your name and you tell me your surname, then I'll just know. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the video. I have said a mouthful of footage. I am tired now. Whew. Talking like this. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I will see you guys again soon. Love and light. Bye.